What's up guys, over here, and for today's vlog, we'll be installing a fresh set of tires on the Hilux. So let's go.
For the past 2 years, I've been off-roading with all-terrain tires. They've been reliable in almost every situation except when it comes to thick mud. That's where they really struggle. And if you've ever been stuck in the mud, you know exactly how frustrating that can be. I knew I needed something different, something built to go further where an 80 tire falls short. That's when Radar Tires gave me the chance to try one of their tires. Something more aggressive than what I've been used to. So stick around to find out what tire it is and to know more details along with my first impressions.
Alright, so I'm already on my way to one of the authorized dealers of this tire brand. So for this time, I just wanted to try something new, something different. So we'll be going from all-terrain tires to rugged terrain tires. So it's basically the in-betweens of 80 tires and empty tires, a combination of those two kinds of off-road tires. So yeah, let's head there and have these tires installed on Hyro.
So we're here at Dr. Joe Off-Road Clinic, a Radar tire dealer located at Pasong Buaya 2, Imus, Cavite. So now let's have the tire installed on Hyro.
So these are the tires that we installed on Hyro or on my Hilux. So these are Radar Renegade RT Plus. So it's a rugged terrain tire or a hybrid off-road tire. So an RT tire combines some characteristics of an 80 tire with characteristics of a mud terrain tire. So basically, it gets the on-road driving characteristics or mannerism of an 80 tire and combines it with the off-road capability of a mud terrain tire. So that's an RT tire for you. So yep, I still got the same size. So this one is an LT285 17 or 70R17. So it has a 10-ply construction and a robust 3-ply sidewall, which reduces risk of punctures, especially if you're going through rocky terrains or rocky trails. So yep, let me give you a closer look on the features of this Radar Renegade RT Plus. Alright, so let's start with the sidewall lugs right here. So it has aggressive mud penetrating design, which helps you on off-road, especially if you air it down, it will give you additional traction. It actually has two designs. So this is one, the penetrating mud dagger design, and on the other side, you have a skull and piston design. So it's up to you which design you prefer, but on my case, I like it more simple and more functional. That's why I'm sticking with the mud penetrating dagger design. So moving up on the shoulder lugs or shoulder tread blocks, you have an alternating tread blocks or shoulder lugs. So you have one that goes in, and then the next one goes out, and then the next one goes in, etc., alternating. So that helps you with your off-road traction, specifically on mud. That allows you to dig the mud so that you could get into the layer that has traction. So aside from the shoulder lugs, you have mud ejectors or stone ejectors in between each shoulder lugs. So that helps you in evacuating or ejecting mud and also small stones so that you could have more traction off-road. And also, you could see that the tread gaps are huge. So I could easily fit in my thumb in between each shoulder lugs. So that also helps you with your off-road traction, specifically on muddy trails or muddy roads. Moving towards the center, on the next set of tread blocks, you could notice that this tread blocks is connected with the shoulder lugs by this piece of rubber in between them. So that helps with the rigidity of these two blocks right here. so that they won't easily chip away or get deformed, especially if you are turning and you have heavy loads like you're towing or you have RTT and other overland gears on your vehicle. Aside from that one, they also have sipes, which helps you with wet traction, and those sipes have an interlocking design. So if you are towing or you have heavy load, those will lock together and give rigidity to these blocks, so they won't easily get deformed as well. So the shoulder lugs also has the sipe alternatingly. So not every shoulder lugs has those sipes. So aside from that, it also has a step-down feature, so this ladder-like or stair design. That also helps with stone and mud ejection. And lastly, the center part. So it features a wide center tread block design which helps balance weight distribution. You could also notice that the tread gaps or tread voids get smaller, which helps reduce noise when you're driving on road. Aside from those, it also has sipes, which helps you in wet traction. And you could also find the same design that they did with this tread block and shoulder lug. So these three tread blocks right here is connected with a piece of rubber in between them. So that helps with the rigidity of these blocks so that they won't easily get deformed as well. And then lastly, they also have stone or mud ejectors on this part as well. So yep, that's pretty much it with the closer look or the features of this Radar Renegade RT Plus tire.
Let us know more about Radar tires through Sergio of Doc Joe Off-Road Clinic.
Alright, so we have Sergio here of Doc Joe Off-Road Clinic. So nandito kami ngayon sa Imo shop niya. And interview lang natin siya patungkol sa Radar tires since he also uses it on his rigs. So yeah, first question, what's the most popular Radar tire model your customers ask for?
Most of my customers, they like the Radar Renegade RT kasi mas versatile siya compared doon sa mud tire. Tahimik kasi siya for daily usage, and then pag papasok ka sa mga trail area, grippy din siya. So that's why they like Radar Renegade RT.
Mas better siya compared with AT off-road, right?
Yes, of course. Because Radar Renegade RT is a combination between mud and all-terrain. So that's why mas grippy siya when it comes to especially yung medyo wet area na mga medyo muddy. Mas maganda yung grip niya compare sa all-terrain lang talaga.
Alright. So most popular model is yung Renegade RT Plus. And the next question is, what's your personal favorite Radar tire?
My personal Radar tire na favorite ko is actually the Radar Renegade X. Because Radar Renegade X is the most, shall we say, tahimik na mud tire in the market. Even they're going to compare that one in some other mud tires, si Radar Renegade X ang tahimik as well as the performance, hindi ako mapapahiya. Tested ko na yan.
So yung Renegade X is yung parang extreme mud terrain nila na tires, di ba? Meron pa silang parang X7 ba yun?
The Radar 80 Pro is the conservative one. So yun yung actually sa akin kasi bihira lang bumibili ng Radar 80 Pro kasi most of the pickup owners and SUV, they want their pickups and SUV na medyo brusco ang dating. So pero yung mga oldies, they like na more conservative na tires, so we give them the Radar 80 Pro. Which is of course mas tahimik siya compared dun sa dalawa. But and yet he's also capable also sa lalo sa mga light trails, but better pa rin yung si X and saka si RT when it comes to performance.
Okay, so last question, from your experience, how was the market feedback so far for the Radar tires?
So far sa Radar tires, a lot of people na masaya sa performance niya kasi it's a bang for a buck. And it's also, hindi rin siya matagal mapudpud as long as you're going to take care of it with the maintenance like balancing and tire rotation. But mostly positive feedbacks talaga sa Radar tires.
So, yep, that's a short interview with Doc Joe. So, if you're gonna get Radar tires, saan sila pupunta dito?
Visit us at Dr. Joe Off-Road Clinic, Imus Branch, Antaytay Branch. So we're just 1 hour away from Metro Manila via Skyway ka lang at saka MCX. Malapit na din kami sa Bermosa Mall. So hope to see you guys.
Alright, that's pretty much it.
And now,
Thank you, sir.
for my first impressions of the Radar Renegade RT Plus.
Before I begin, I just want to share that this is my first experience with rugged terrain tires. So what I'll be sharing to you today are my genuine first impressions on the Radar Renegade RT Plus. Let's start with ride comfort. So transitioning from my previous off-road tires, I noticed that the Radar Renegade RT Plus delivers a comparable level of comfort. So daily driving feels smooth with no significant change or difference from what I experienced previously. And then in terms of handling, the tire responds just as I expected it to respond. So the steering is predictable, stable, and very much aligned with what I have experienced previously. And now addressing road noise, which is something that many is curious about when it comes to RT tires. So the Radar Renegade RT Plus is quieter compared to the mud terrain tires that my friends are currently using. There's only a little bit of hum that becomes apparent above 60 kilometers per hour when you're driving on road, but that's natural given its larger tread voids and aggressive tread block design compared to an all-terrain and a highway terrain tire. So overall, the noise is manageable and should not be a big concern when daily driving or for daily use. Now in terms of off-road capability, as seen on the design walkthrough earlier, I do really think that these tires can perform well off-road, better than an all-terrain tire, especially on mud. Overall, my first impressions on the Radar Renegade RT Plus is that it achieves an excellent balance. It offers an aggressive look, an okay comfort, and a capable handling with added off-road potential that sets it apart from all-terrain tires, all at a very competitive price point. At around 9,000 pesos, depending on the dealer, this tire is less than half, if not half, of many leading known brands, which makes it a very compelling choice. With that said, these are just my initial thoughts. I'll still be putting the Radar Renegade RT Plus through its paces in the upcoming off-road trips. So I'll be testing it on mud, and I'll be also sharing updates on how it performs and wears at 5,000 kilometers, 10,000 kilometers, and after a full year of use. So stay tuned for those videos by subscribing to my channel by clicking the red subscribe button down there. And also, give this video a like and share if you find it very useful. So guys, thanks for watching and see you on the next off-grid adventure. Forgot my chair.